Good morning and welcome to the Rapid City Planning Commission meeting for February 9th, 2023. We have new microphones and I sound weird in my opinion, but I've been doing this for a while, so that's the way it goes. If any member of the audience wishes to speak to an item on the agenda today, there are speaker request forms on the table along the left wall. Please fill out the request with the agenda number of the item you wish to speak to and hand it to the staff seated on the left of the dais. At this time, we would also like to ask that if any member of the audience has a cell phone or other electronic device, that you either turn it off or turn the ringer to silent. If you need to take a call, please step out to the hallway so the meeting is not disrupted. Items 1 through 11 have been placed on the consent calendar and may be approved as a group today. Action will be taken on all consent items in accordance with staff's recommendation by a single vote. Any item may be removed from the consent calendar by any planning commissioner, staff member, or audience member for separate consideration at this time. The findings of this planning commission are recommendations to the City Council. The City Council will make the final decision with the exception of the following items. Item 4, 23 PD 003. Item 5, 23 PD 005, and item 10, 23 PD 007. The Rapid City Planning Commission's actions on these three items are final unless any party appeals that decision to the Rapid City Council. All appeals must be submitted in writing to the Department of Community Development by close of business on the 7th full calendar day following action by the Planning Commission. Are there any items 1 through 11 that staff would like removed?
No, thank you.
Are there any items 1 through 11 that any planning commissioner would like removed for separate consideration? And are there any items 1 through 11 that any audience member would like removed for separate consideration at this time? The chair would then entertain a motion to approve the consent calendar, items 1 through 11, in accordance with staff's recommendation.
Motion to approve items 1 through 11 in accordance with the staff's recommendations.
All right, Vince made the motion to approve the consent calendar, items 1 through 11, in accordance with the recommendations on each item from staff, and Brooke seconded that motion. Is there any discussion on the motion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 12.
All right, so this didn't change. Nice. Oh, did we not hook this up? I just gotta use my finger. That's how it works for me. Good morning, Planning Commission. File 23 UR 001 conditional use permit to allow an on-sale liquor in conjunction with an entertainment lounge is located at 516 7th Street, where the old Jam Bones used to be. Here's the site, or aerial photo of the site. As you can see, the site is owned Central Business District. Future land use shows the property is downtown. The major street plan shows Main Street and St. Joseph as principal arterials. Here's the floor plan of the site. A previous on-sale liquor establishment was approved on site in 2017 for Jam Bones. The previous conditional use permit has since lapsed due to the discontinuation of operations. Therefore, a new conditional use permit is required. The applicant is proposing to open a 2,180 square feet 1940 style wine and beer lounge with live music and entertainment. The establishment will be called The Coop. The 2,180 square feet is shown here. The applicant is not enlarging the existing location. They're keeping the skin and bones. The hours of operation will be from 4 p.m. to 12 a.m. Wednesday through Saturday. Here's some site photos for you. As you can see, they got the conditional use sign up in the window as required. Here's the site looking south. Here's the site looking north. The applicant is in the audience for questions, so am I. Thanks.
Thank you. Any questions or comments from the commission on this one?
Move approval of item
Oh,
number 12. Sorry.
Vicky.
I think Brooke was taking the lead on that. I was just going to finish by saying that we are recommending to approve a stipulation, so thank you, Brooke.
Yeah, sorry.
Brooke? Oh, Karen.
Move approval of the item number 12 with the stipulations.
All right, Karen made the motion to approve item number 12 with the 4 stipulations as listed, and Mike Quasney seconded that motion. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Item number 13.
So item 23 UR 002, conditional use permit to allow expansion of an on-sale liquor use in conjunction with the casino. The site is located at 2050 West Main Suite C, also known as Carousel Casino. Here's the site. It's located where that red car is, where those cars usually are parked, right north of that. The site is part of the Rushmore building known as, or Rushmore Building Plaza. The site is zoned general commercial. Future land use shows the site as mixed-use commercial. The major street plan shows West Main as a proposed principal arterial. An existing conditional use permit to allow an on-sale liquor establishment has existed on site since 1993. The application requests to expand the on-sale liquor use for the front of the building, as you can see here on the site plan, that northwest quadrant right up here. The new expansion consists of 365 square feet, 10 new slot machines, and a small bar area. The hours of operation will remain the same, which consists of 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. Monday through Saturday and 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Sunday. Here's the existing site plan as it lays. Here is Rushmore Building Plaza looking east. Here's Rushmore Building Plaza looking west on West Main. Here is the strip mall that it's a part of. Here you can see Carousel Casino. You can see the conditional use permit sign is just below the open sign, above the Hyundai as well, meeting application requirements. Staff recommends approval with stipulations. The applicant is in the audience for questions, so am I. Thanks.
Thank you. Any comments from the commission? Questions? Motions? Karen?
I'll move approval of item number 13 with stipulations.
All right, Karen made the motion to approve item number 13 with the stipulations. And Kelly seconded that motion. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 14.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Item number 14 is a conditional use permit to allow an oversized garage in the Scotland Hills subdivision. The applicant was in the audience this morning, but once he became aware that that we received 3 letters of opposition to his oversized garage, and that one of them pointed out that they do have existing homeowner association covenant that would prevent that size garage, he has requested that we continue this item to the March 23rd Planning Commission meeting. He'll reach out to those that submitted the letters of opposition to see if there is an alteration in design that they could support, and he'll also be reviewing the covenant to ensure that his garage is in compliance. As a reminder, we do not enforce property owner's covenant, but he is appreciative that he doesn't want to breach that contract with this proposal. So with that, we are recommending that the item be continued to your March 23rd Planning Commission meeting. And I will caution you that this was a tough one for us, and we brought it to you, putting it on you to make the decision if Planning Commission determines. So when you see your agenda on the 23rd, look at that one very closely. It doesn't meet all of the typical elements that you would require in order to approve a garage of this size. It is a very attractive looking structure. So we will be discussing it if he doesn't withdraw the application on the 23rd.
I move we continue this item to the March 23rd meeting.
Second.
All right, Haven moved to continue to March 23rd, and Mike Quasney seconded. I do have a speaker request on this item. Mr. Rovere, I assume that's you up here. Just understanding that we will likely be continuing this, would you still like to address the commission on the item? You're welcome to.
If you continue it, what consequences are there then? Because we have a lot of, I mean-
Once you're up at the mic, I do need you to identify yourself just so we take minutes on this.
I'm Stephen Giuseppe.
Oh, okay. I
And
gotcha.
my wife and I were here to, go over our position on this. They're asking to continue the resolution for another 6 or 7 weeks before they
2 weeks.
come
2
back.
weeks.
2 weeks to
March
decide.
23rd.
But, so we own, so can we go ahead and present at least our side of it before you decide to continue, or will it make any difference?
Well, I think we're going to continue it just because the applicant is no longer present and
Okay.
intends to change from Vicky's conversation, sounds like they will be changing the application, or possibly.
If I might, Mr. Chair.
Vicky, yeah.
So the applicant was not aware of the letters of complaint that we had received. We were sending them to his project planner, and unfortunately, his project planner didn't forward them to him. This morning, we made him aware of those before the meeting. He was concerned that he does have potentially new neighbors that wouldn't be in support of it. So he concurred that it would be best to continue the item for 2 weeks so he could reach out to those who did submit letters, potentially altering his plan if need be to seek concurrence. And he also wanted to review the covenant. One of the letters noted that the size of the garage was in conflict with the homeowners association covenant, and he didn't want to be in violation of it either. So if he doesn't find solution, he may be withdrawing the application, but at a minimum, it will be back on the agenda March 23rd, 7 a.m., and we would welcome you back at that time to take comment.
You want to do that, or? Well, we don't have any choice, right? I mean, the letters were sent out, and we're the only ones that were really notified that were available to even come. And everyone we've contacted that lives around that home is opposed to this. That's 5 different lots. And a lot of the people, that would have come up and defended the opposition against that are not able to because they're out of town, and maybe it'll be better next time, but.
Mr. Chair, if I
Vicky?
might, the letters were extremely well written, and they included some very important facts. I think to have the weight and significance of message, it would be best to have them delivered at the time that Planning Commission is actually going to hear the item. Today, the applicant has requested that it be continued. He has unfortunately left the meeting. So just to be fair and just that we all hear all the comments at the same time for Planning Commission to make the recommendation, we would be hopeful that you could join us again on the 23rd. We know that's an inconvenience for you, but we do think your comments are well made and need to be considered by the Planning Commission when they do take action on the item.
Do you agree to that? This is my wife, Kristen.
Well, if that's what you want to do, then
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. That's it.
Mr. Chair.
Vince?
Mr. Giuseppe,
Yes,
may I ask you just one question, please?
yes.
Because we received a letter from the staff One of the statements in the letter, and I'm not sure if it was you that said this or pointed out, but it says, "I tried to view the report and other information related to the application on the city website after the workday on Friday prior, but could not find anything other than what was in the letter that I received." Was that your letter?
No.
Okay, so you did get the letter from the staff that Vicki has pointed out is pretty thorough as to what's in,
On the conditional use permit,
yes.
Yeah, we got
Yes,
that letter
yes.
last Thursday, so a week ago.
And you said you have 5 neighbors up there?
Yes, and they're
And-
all opposed.
they're all opposed, yes.
But are those occupied homes or vacant
No,
lots?
they're building sites.
They're building
Okay,
sites like
all right.
ours.
We're the only, our home is under construction.
Thank you,
Those
Mr. and
sites
Mrs.
aren't quite
Giuseppe.
yet.
I just wanted to get a couple of things cleared up. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, the
Well, thank you then.
motion on the floor is to continue to March 23rd. I just want to make sure I'm catching this. Todd Rovere, if you're here, you have a chance to speak. So, not here. All right. Oh, gotcha. I think we'll proceed to a vote then. All those in favor of continuation to March 23rd, please say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Continue to March 23rd. That's our last normal agenda item. Are there any staff items or commission items?
We do have one. Eric Ottenbacher has put us on notice that due to his work and providing assistance with clinics outside of the Rapid City area, he has stepped down from Planning Commission. He was serving as alternate number 1. We have reached out to the mayor's office and they have posted a public service announcement. We are looking for a new member on the Planning Commission, and we are encouraging minorities within our community to apply so that we have a fair and wide range of representation on the Planning Commission. So if you know of someone that you think would make a good candidate to sit beside you, reach out to them. We no longer have a requirement that each ward have equal representation. We just have a requirement that there be someone from the 3 Mile area and that position is filled. So it literally could be anyone from anywhere within the city limits.
All right. Food for thought. Haven?
This is a couple comments on that last item that I don't think were germane to the motion, but the question I had, and maybe you'll cover that, is the property, this appears to be on a cul-de-sac, and is the property to the west of that privately owned?
Yes. I am hesitant to discuss the item any further. The applicant isn't here, and we should all be sitting in the room together if we start discussing the item.
Yeah, those are just a couple of comments, and I'm sure maybe it'll be covered when the motion comes up. That was what I was concerned about, is the ownership of that land to the west, and the second was the terrain in that area. I know that, so hopefully those items will be, or those issues will be discussed when the applicant brings it back.
Sounds good.
All right, any other items to discuss today? If not, I'd look for a motion to adjourn so we can all go shovel.
Second.
All right, Mike Quasney made the motion to adjourn and Vince seconded that motion. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye.